guys, welcome back to this place, and if you are new, welcome here for the very first time. I am Carmen, this little cutie is Dean, this little cutie is Sam, and today we are watching Season 3, Episode 7 of For All Mankind. So we have jumped over the halfway point and are hurtling towards the end of Season 3, which, like I always say, is just wild to me. Last time, we had quite a few things happen. Will Tyler came out as gay, which is a very big no-no at this time. Forcing Ellen to, kind of forcing, Ellen to enact Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which is sadly a step forward for the military in regards to LGBTQ plus people. We also have Aleda sort of realizing more things and getting more upset at the Russians, which I feel is going to blow up in Margo's face. We also have all of the Danny stuff happening. Danny Stevens on the Phoenix with Ed. I think at some point it's going to blow up and Danny is going to reveal the truth, and it's going to go poorly. So, also, we are on a mission, joint mission, to get water on Mars. So, all of that being said, let's just see what happens in this episode and what inevitable drama it brings. Oh, there is also that guy that's possibly going to out Larry. That is also a thing that is happening, so we got to keep an eye on that.
I'm not going to Helios.
What do you mean?
I'm being sent back to Moscow.
But I thought she arranged...
Now that your cooperation is no longer necessary, I am also no longer necessary here.
Oh, I thought that she had arranged... Did it fall through?
But I need more time. At least a few more days to get things...
Margo, they are taking me to the airport now.
What? No.
Girl, sabotage it somehow.
If we do not see each other again.
Oh no, I don't want him to die.
We will see each other again.
Oh, I never trust these scenes in shows.
Yes.
Whenever you say you'll see each other again, and you don't say the thing you wanted to say, someone always dies.
Goodbye, Margo.
We all should have at least kissed or something, I don't know. Is there a single fucking happy couple in this show? Damn, they do not like to give us ships, do they? She tried so hard. No, Margo, you can't do this to me. I just started this episode, now I'm out of Kleenex.
One last thing, Mr. Wilson.
Let me guess. Have I ever met the Pillsbury Doughboy?
It's gonna be about him being gay, isn't it?
Sources informed our committee that someone in the White House is currently having an affair with a member of your wife's staff. Do you know anything about this?
A source? What source?
Are you aware of any such affair?
No, Congressman, and I'm not sure what this has to do with NASA contracts, which is the subject of this hearing.
I'll determine what's appropriate for this hearing, Mr. Wilson.
Larry, I would
This is ridiculous.
tread carefully.
Are you, Larry Wilson, having a secret affair with a White House aide? And let me remind you, you're under oath.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. It's coming out, it's coming out. But do they know it's a man?
I'm so sorry, Larry. What did you tell him? Nothing, just
Well, you told him everything, actually.
how I feel about you. But he doesn't have proof.
Who is it, Jeremy?
You don't know him. He's just a friend from college.
What's his name?
It's gonna be this uniform first thing. He seemed pretty upset about it.
You were drunk and high on drugs, and you made up a story.
He's not gonna believe me.
Make him. Check in rehab if you have to.
I mean, you are about to blow up his entire fucking life, so...
You're cutting me loose, aren't you?
Just call him.
you told someone and could have risked everything. What if he had told the press?
I don't know.
It's easy breezy, in and out. I mean, you were practically born there.
I know. It's just,
What do they want him to do?
I'm not good at this type of thing.
Well, that's why Sonny's going with you.
We're gonna have some fun.
What are they doing? Also, his hair is real bad. I'm sorry, but I know who am I to talk right now, but still.
Stevens.
Don't give him any. Okay, sorry, I'm already getting upset. Do not give him any responsibility. Does this look like a man
Stevens.
that is
Yes, sir.
in any way healthy?
What do you mean, drilling mission?
Tomorrow, we head up to the Garden Ridge to begin.
But I haven't finished my tests on the core sample yet.
I thought you spoke with him.
No, I didn't.
No, before you... Kelly, no...
But NASA finished theirs and they think that it's good enough, or Helios or whoever.
Thank you for taking a look at that, by the way. I didn't really know who else I could talk to.
At least she's talking to her hubby.
Happy to help.
So, like, maybe if she finds out it's Margo, she'll talk to her first.
Okay. Here's his stuff. I put his eardrops in the...
Oh, are they separated?
You know, maybe there's some data points you're not considering.
Trust me, I've looked at everyone who's worked for me.
I know, but maybe it's not someone that worked for you. I don't know. I'm just saying. Come on.
If it came from the top. Makes sense, doesn't it now?
You lied under oath. Don't you get that?
Well, they set me up. I mean, plain and simple, it was a trap.
They didn't force you to sleep with him, did they?
She's not wrong. Is this still bugged in here?
Please don't take this the wrong way, Elle. I'm so proud of everything that we've done.
I just
But
thought
the sacrifices
Wasn't it bugged in here?
I've had to make, that you've had to make, that everyone close to us has had to make. Your parents, your brother, Tom, Shirley, Pam, my family, my sisters, all so that you could get here.
What do you mean, Pam? What are you talking about?
Yeah, because she doesn't know the truth.
Nothing. I didn't. All I was saying was that we've all sacrificed.
Pam left me for Elise.
Forget it. That wasn't my point.
knows
What do you
the
mean,
truth.
Pam sacrificed for
Oh,
me?
fuck, oh, fuck. She didn't leave for Elise.
She did for you what you couldn't do for yourself.
What are you talking about?
She knew it was her or your career, but you couldn't have both.
She would have chosen her.
Did you? Did you tell her to
No,
leave?
of course not. It was her decision.
But you knew about it. And you didn't tell me.
Oh, spare me the sanctimonious bullshit. Don't pretend like you're some passive participant in all this.
You lied to me. Both of you. How dare you make decisions for me? For my life?
Nothing was gonna stop you, Ellen. I knew it and Pam knew it.
That's not true. I don't think.
I can't believe this.
She should have been able to choose. I said that at the time.
I mean, the facade of it all. To build a statue for something that didn't even happen, just to perpetuate this.
It
this
did happen.
lie.
You...
It's fucking
Diabolical.
It happened though. Like, why are you acting like you know better than people who actually know? Fucking.
Los perros son los mejores amigos.
¿Tú hablas español?
No, I backpacked through Guatemala. Me encantaría ir a Cuba algún día también.
I think we should get back to work.
See? Yeah. Right, work, of course. Don't worry, he's not gonna bite you. Not being an animal lover?
It's not an animal.
Don't you listen to him, Peach, huh? You are absolutely an animal. He's just a sourpuss. Come have fun.
It's fucked up, Dad. You can't do this. I analyzed the core sample you sent me, and I still don't think we know enough to definitively rule out the presence of microbial life in that water.
Cal, we did all the required tests here. I mean, hell, NASA was the one that came up with the requirements in the first place.
Look, we checked all the boxes here.
But the science is evolving. The work I did in Antarctica shows that the methods...
Cal, we both know those methods are not widely accepted. Look, you're losing sight of the bigger picture here. This aquifer is going to change everything up here. Pave way for more human settlement. A real, viable colony.
Manifest destiny, huh? Everything on Mars is just ours for the taking.
Here we go again.
Well, you always wanted to be the first at something, Dad. Now maybe you'll be the first man to kill life on another planet.
Oh, come on.
Cal! Damn it!
But she hasn't found anything either. So I'm not sure why she's so upset. Like, I get it, but she wants to finish her tests. But still. Clearly not a mentally sound person at present, right? Like, that's not a normal reaction.
What is wrong with you?
Like, what if that was a real dog? He probably would have done the same thing.
Yep. Let me help you with that.
Sorry about that.
She wants
Thank
him
you
to
so
stick
much.
badge.
Gravity sucks, right?
That's so funny.
Ah, Jimmy, don't be a fucking dumbass. Good, I'm glad he wasn't.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy. I think we better go. I told you I'm not good at this kind of thing.
Come on. I know you're having fun. I can see a smile.
No, you don't.
Oh, really? I saw it for a second.
Jimmy Stevens.
Ah, it's that guy.
Hey, Mr. Rossi.
Told you before, call me Al. Hey, have you seen it?
Seen what?
Over here.
Dear Miss Stevens, I am your biggest fan. I hope you are who they picked to go to the moon. My parents always told me I could be anything I wanted growing up. But I never really believed them until now.
She was something else, your mom.
Yeah.
To be honest, when I first met her up on Jamestown, she was struggling. But after a while, she really settled in. She found herself. Except for when she was sneaking those goddamn cigarettes in the airlock.
I snuck those up to her.
You did?
Yeah.
I had to report you to NASA security. Anyway, I thought you might like to see this.
Thanks.
See you around, Jimmy.
Of course, she's just gone. She's not your friend, Jimmy. She's using you.
There you are. I was looking everywhere for you.
I couldn't find a badge to save my life. I even tried... Oh my God. You're amazing. Let's go.
Is he? You're just manipulating him.
And the second it's out in the media, it's a truth, whether it's true or not.
He's not wrong.
The truth has to have some meaning, doesn't it?
Truth is not what they're after. If it were, why would they be using a sham hearing on NASA contracts to bring up a personal matter in a marriage?
A marriage that has lasted over 20 years through thick and thin.
It's absurd.
Absolutely absurd.
What is true is they will stop at nothing. They will find any crack, any fissure, and they will crawl down and dig in the dirt until they find something they can chew on.
It is actually true, but it doesn't
We
matter.
do the same. You know Lee would.
And how do we kill this before it starts?
Baron's the key. Ever since he had his sex scandal, he's been itching for a payback.
And you really think he'll listen to reason?
I guarantee you he's got a few more skeletons in his closet he doesn't want seeing the light of day.
Yeah. That's a great idea. I mean, really put the screws to him.
Well, we shouldn't
I will.
go bad,
Honestly,
too.
the best defense we have is what I'm looking at right now. You are everything America is supposed to be.
A sham marriage?
What's up?
You're acting like a psycho.
I'm taking you off the flight to the ridge. Luisa will take your seat.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah? How come? Look at you. Can't focus your eyes, can't stand still. You don't think I've seen a pilot on Go pills before?
Right.
Don't know what you're talking about, sir. Bullshit, you do. Nodding off 1 minute, talking a mile a minute the next. I mean, you're a fucking mess. Now you're stomping on dogs. Oh, you mean that... what, that toy? Cut you a lot of slack. More than most.
More than you should have.
Now you're on notice. I made that mistake once with your dad back in the day, and I'm not gonna do it again.
Yeah, well, I'm not my dad.
You got that right. Lisa, you're now taking right seat on the flight to the ridge. Nick, you're in charge of Helios base while we're gone. Danny, you can help him out with communications. You think you can handle that?
Yes, sir.
You fuck up one more time, and I mean once, and I'll confine your ass to quarters on Phoenix until we return to Earth. You got that?
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, I would be like...
Whatever.
Whatever you want, boss.
I would be like...
What happened to Sir?
You're fried. You're in fucking quarters, bitch. Fuck you.
Thank you, sir.
Punch him in the fucking face.
Watch.
Honestly.
Whatever you say. Sir.
I said watch
For
it.
what?
Oh, what are you gonna do? You're a tough guy now?
Punch him.
Huh?
Not you, Danny. Ed.
Come on, Danny.
Refine him to quarters on Phoenix immediately.
Is that what you want? Hit me. Come on. Hit me. Be a man.
My sound like... Send him back to Phoenix immediately for that, though.
That's what I thought.
I would.
Fucking pathetic.
I would have sent his ass back to Phoenix long ago. Let's be real. I wouldn't have invited his ass. He'd be on Earth. Is she gonna confirm?
Oh, good. We need to discuss this new water ice site. It looks promising, but it's a few kilometers from...
Oh, she knows. Oh, she
What?
knows. Oh, she knows. Oh, she knows.
Know who it was?
Yeah.
Who was?
Who gave my engine design to the Russians?
Alita,
It was Emma.
Emma?
She's the only one that makes sense.
You think...
Her secretary?
You think Emma Jorgens is working for the Russians?
Yes. No.
I thought
All
she'd
the
figure it
plans, all the designs, they all came across her desk.
I've worked with her for 20 years. She's devoted her life to this program. There is no way she would ever do what you're accusing her of.
Yeah, I know. I thought the same thing, but then look at this.
What?
What is this?
Her credit report.
You ran her credit report?
And she's in debt. Like $40,000 in debt. Aldrich Ames
Lots of
owed
people
less than
are.
half of that.
Do you know why she owes so much money?
No.
Because her sister has breast cancer and Emma is paying for her medical care.
Just because her sister is sick does not take her out of the running. Secretaries are usually the first to turn because they have all the access and under the power.
That's enough, Alita.
Ooh, no.
God damn it, I told you to leave this alone. You're the lead engineer on the mission that landed the first human beings on Mars.
Yep, yep.
And instead of doing your job, you're up all night playing Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
I'm still doing my job.
Really? Because to me, it looks like you're in here casting suspicion on people. Innocent people. You, of all people, should know how damaging false accusations can be.
Does she? No.
Maybe you need to take a break.
A break?
A vacation, a sabbatical, whatever you want to call it.
Since when does Margo Madison give breaks?
This has clearly all been too much for you, Alita. The stress, the pressure.
It's Alita.
I know you've got a lot going on at home, too.
Okay, don't. Oh, she's gonna know it's you now. Don't bring her home life into it.
I'm not taking a break.
Then you need to stop with all this nonsense. Or it may not be up to you.
I think she knows now. I wonder if that was... I wonder if she really thought it was a secretary or if it was like a test. And she knows it's Margo now. But she doesn't know the reason. Like, there was legitimate reasons, and at first it was innocent. She was just trying to help nobody get killed in like an explosion and shit.
Worked like a charm.
For
just came from a little adventure at JSC.
What'd you do?
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Why?
We took them back. They're yours again, brother.
I mean, they're still dead.
What do you think?
I think it's dumb. What the fuck is the point?
I think I'm gonna have to figure out where to put this fucking thing.
Also, isn't that outside? Like, we wouldn't even need the thing to get it, would you? It's outside. Also, 4 people lifted it. Nothing would be heavy. Oh, that's a cute stained glass door. I like that. It's gotta be Pam. Right? It is!
Hi.
Oh, she's probably moved on. I need to see that conversation, though.
Watch pressure window.
Watching.
Oh, it's getting too high. There's an alert.
Come in. Drill housing pressure is rising. I need you to boost compressor speed to maximum this time. Watch pressure window.
Why are we trusting him? Other dude, come back. Other dude, come back. Dude, pay attention. Why are you trusting him? Oh my god. Oh, that's not what you need to do. There's a fucking alert going off. You can't just turn off the comms. I mean, it's too fucking late, I'm sure.
Something's wrong with the comms.
Yeah, he turned them off.
Are you getting any audio?
No, he turned it off.
Jesus Christ.
Because he's a dumbass.
Luisa, say again, status report.
Reloading them into the M7. Get them at bay ready. Alert Dr. Maikovsky. The shrapnel went into his stomach.
Who?
What did you do?
Why did y'all trust him? I'm sorry, that's kind of on y'all, too. For being fucking dumb. Y'all should have had somebody else helping Ed, in my opinion. He could just fall over. I don't know. He just... Oh, is it gonna be okay? Because look at this shit. Look at this shit. That doesn't look okay. That looks very, very not okay. Run, run. However fast you can run on the fucking Mars, run. fucking Danny, I'm gonna be pissed. It's gonna be over, isn't it? Of course it is. Of course it is. Obviously, we have to talk about the end because, yeah. So, I just continue to be frustrated by Danny being given any level of responsibility. He has proven time and time and time again, I would argue, that he's not okay, right? Like, all you have to do is look at that man's blown ass fucking pupils and be like, let's not give him, you know, the responsibility over life and death, possibly, with this fucking drill. I think that's on Ed for not just immediately benching him, sending him back up to Phoenix, not letting him have any level of responsibility. It's also on curly-haired dude, can't remember his name right now, for turning around. Like, I'm sorry. I feel like Danny has been enough of a dick to that guy and done enough unhinged things that, and he witnessed that fight between him and Ed, right? You should know that this man is not okay, right? I'm not blaming them for Danny's choices and his actions. Those are fully on Danny. However, I think that they bear some of the responsibility. I'm not gonna lie. Because you can see that this man is unwell and you're giving him a level of responsibility that I believe, based off the end of this episode, led to casualties. Hopefully it does not lead to Ed dying. I'll be way, way, way madder if it does. But it led to whoever that Russian person was dying. Could have been the commander guy. It led to the Spanish girl getting hurt. What was her name? Castillo? You know? Like, innocent people are now hurt. And some fucking shit's happening. You've very much disrupted Mars. And it all goes back to Danny. Now, I said it in the last episode, but I do want to reiterate. I understand that addiction is not really as easy as, like, being like, I'm gonna stop doing this, right? I understand that Danny has a problem, that he needs rehab, that he needs to realize, like, how far off the deep end he is and try to claw his way back. I get that. However, it is on Danny for coming on this mission, for accepting this, knowing he was not in a good place, knowing he could relapse, because Danielle and him had that conversation that he should go back to rehab and shouldn't go with Ed. Ed should have listened to Danielle as well, of course, but ultimately it is Danny's responsibility to know that he is in a fucked up place and to not put all these other people's lives in danger because of that. Honestly, you guys, he frustrates me every time he's on screen at this point, and I feel bad because I want to be a more differentiated person. I want to, like, feel bad for his character. And the thing is, a part of me does. Like, a part of me thinks that Danny has a really, really fucking sad story. And I understand that his addiction probably comes from the trauma of losing his parents, and that he really latched on to Karen probably in part because his mom was gone so much that, like, I don't want to try to psychoanalyze him too much, but it feels a bit Oedipus, you know? And I'm sure that there's, like, psychological trauma-related reasons that he chose Karen and that he is so unhealthily attached to her that, you know, therapy would be great for him. But understanding all of that and actually feeling quite sad for his character, he still frustrates the fuck out of me because he never grows, you know? Shit keeps happening, and instead of like trying to be introspective and become a better version of himself, I feel like he just sinks deeper. And sure, that is a very relatable human thing, you know? None of us are perfect. We're all gonna fuck up. Sometimes a lot, you know? But just because he's a very human character that I can understand and feel bad for doesn't mean that he's a character that I currently enjoy watching on my screen. Because I just know, like, I think I said it at the beginning of this episode, like, and I think I said it a couple episodes ago, he stayed for plot reasons, right? Like, Ed didn't just immediately send him up. Well, I mean, also that's very in character for Ed. I get why. Because he gives the people he cares about way, way, way too many chances, right? But you knew that he was somehow going to fuck something up royally when Ed didn't immediately send him to the Phoenix, right? Like, we knew it. Here it is. Here is this, and then next episode, I assume we will see the aftermath of him fucking all this up. That being said, I also, I loved Gordo and Tracy. Their kids, not a fan. Jimmy, I also understand. Jimmy, I feel more bad for than Danny. I think because he's just very vulnerable, and we can see he's very sad, right? Like, he was obviously incredibly impacted by the death of his parents, and that trauma and that vulnerability has led him to be the perfect susceptible person for this cult to latch onto and take advantage of and use for their own purposes, right? I don't think, maybe this is me being cynical, that any of those people, Sonny or those two guys, actually care about Jimmy. I think they care about what he can do for them and how he can help them further their belief system, right? Which, as we discussed the first time we saw them, is not based on fact, because they think it was all like this lie, you know, everything about Tracy and Gordo and how they died and all this stuff, which, of course, they have no way of knowing is the truth. But still, it is the truth, and it is what happened. And I can understand being jaded and cynical of the government and the BS that they will tell you, that so you can digest it, so that, you know, the truth remains unknown. Sure, I get having a rational, logical, normal amount of distrust for the government and government organizations. They're taking it a bit far, you know. They're going into conspiracy territory. I feel like Jimmy's going to become this huge conspiracy guy, and Danny's just a stalker. I don't know. Tracy and Gordo, y'all, one of y'all really needed to live, because these kids they're not doing well without you. I don't like Sonny. I think she, so far from what we've seen, is only manipulating Jimmy. I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna go nowhere good. And it just sucks because they're both falling apart at the same time, Jimmy and Danny. So there's no one to help them, because I don't think that Danny cares enough about his wife to listen to her. And I think he's too far gone at the current moment to care about what she's saying anyway. And it's just really unfortunate, because he has a really cute little daughter that is just gonna pay the price for all the shit that he's currently doing. Also, in this episode, I think that Aleda figured it out, you guys. I think that her saying it was the secretary was her way of testing Margo to see how she would react, to see if she would reveal, or at least reveal enough that Aleda could comfortably say to herself that it was Margo. Now, it's just really unfortunate because I want Margo to confide in Aleda the truth of everything and like how it happened so that Aleda can understand Margo's reasoning. I just don't know if that's going to happen. Also, it might all be, you know, fucked anyway because we have Sergei having to go back, and it's just, I just wanted him and Margo to get a happy ending, honestly. I worry there's not going to be happy endings in this show. It's real fucking sad a lot of times. Speaking of happy endings, kind of sounds like that's what Larry was getting in the White House. No, sorry, you guys. I had to make the joke. It was right there. But it's frustrating because on a level, I understand. Larry is lonely, you know? He's had to pretend to be somebody he's not his entire life. So these brief interludes that he has with these men make him feel seen, understood, less alone. And I can't blame him for that. But at the same time, it seems to me, from what we've seen, that Ellen has just been by herself this whole time, right? Since Pam. And she's willing to do that because, one, she thought Pam left her for someone else. And two, she has to because she's the president, right? And so I feel bad for her because she's sacrificing so much, and Larry could fuck that up by not being willing to sacrifice as much as she is. It's unfortunate too because even though we know it is the truth, I also think that guy, I can't remember his name, is right when he said, oh, it doesn't matter if it's the truth. Once it's printed, it's the truth. Because I think there's been like studies and stuff. I haven't looked into them too much. But people, if it's printed in a paper, I think maybe nowadays people might be more skeptical because we're more aware of the way that media is always being told from a biased point of view, right? And we can see that and understand the motivations behind it and maybe not always believe or take the things that we're reading at face value. But definitely in 1994 where they are, like if it was in print, it was the truth, right? Like regardless of if it's the truth or not, people are going to believe it. They don't think that journalists would have a reason to lie. They don't think that these people would lie by and large. You know, I think there was a lot more trust in media and the unbiased nature of journalism back then, right? So, and the thing is, unfortunately, a lot of times, once an allegation is made, regardless of if it's true or not, that's what people remember. So, there's definitely something to be said about that. Look, here's the thing. I don't want to get my hopes up because Pam could have moved on. It's been 10 years. She has the right. She could be perfectly happy and in love with someone else. I just cannot help the tiny part of me that will not stop rooting for Ellen and Pam, okay? I just love them, okay? I just love them, and I think that they're cute, and I think that I just want them to be happy together, okay? Like, damn. I know that it probably can't happen, but also, I do agree with Ellen because it upset me at the time, and I understand why Pam did it. She didn't want Ellen to resent her for choosing her because she could have had this other thing, right? However, I also think it's unfair of Pam and Larry to make that choice for Ellen, right? I think that if I, and I can't remember if I said this at the time or not, but if I was in Ellen's shoes, I would want to be allowed to make that choice myself, you know? And I think that I would have that right, no? Like, I would rather not be lied to because someone thinks they're doing what's best for me, when in reality, I'm a grown-ass adult and can choose what's best for me. You know? Right? You guys understand what I'm saying there? Oh, also, Aleda and her husband, I guess, are, like, separated now. They're both still wearing the rings, so that's good. But it makes me sad that they're separated. I hope that they find their way back to each other, because I want Aleda to be happy. I want Aleda to be happy, and I think that she deserves to be happy. And I'm still scared of everything that's going to happen with Margo, but we don't have to talk about that right now. Something that I don't understand, and I did say this during the episode, is why did they take the statue? Also, just being realistic, I just don't think that they would be able to take that statue in real life. 4 people. That thing would be heavy as fuck. Obviously, it's just TV statue. We can suspend disbelief, but also, I still don't understand why they needed the fucking key card when it's outside the building. You don't need a key card to be outside of a building, usually. And I'm pretty sure they just walked up to the building. Like, they didn't have their badges on or anything yet, right? Their visitor badges? Let me see. The building is right next to the street. There's just people walking by. They have no badges on right now, walking up to it. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. They either took something else, or it's a continuity error. I don't know. It's just, it doesn't make sense, because there's no way they would need the badge to get there. All these people out here are not wearing badges. They're not wearing badges. They're right on the street. They could just pull their truck up, take it. Presumably there are security cameras, though. Are there not? And, like, let's say there's a security guard. Showing them the badge isn't going to do anything, because none of y'all look anything like Rossi. Right? I don't know. Sorry. That just bothers me, because they're like, this came in handy, but they don't even need it. Right? Sorry, I haven't paused at the point where they're looking at the statue and you can see in the background, like, the street behind them. Roughly 21 minute something mark. It's just obvious that they don't need the fucking badge. Anyway, I digress. That is all I have to say about this episode. Ed better be okay. Danny Stevens. And I'm rooting for Ellen and Pam. Anyway, if you guys want to watch the next episode and find out the conclusion, possibly, of some of these things, you can right now over on Patreon. If you're watching this on YouTube, my early access and full-length reactions are already available to episode 8 over there, and it is linked in the description down below. While you're over there, if you want, you can watch my entire full-length reaction to all of the episodes of For All Mankind, as well as a bunch of other shows like Avatar, Fringe, Battlestar Galactica, to name a few. Dark. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already, because it really helps me out. And I will see you guys next time for episode 8. Until then, bye guys!